in the silence of the night, asked yourself this question: if God truly loves me, then why is my heart so broken? Have you ever prayed while feeling like the words were leaving your mouth, but something inside your soul had already died? Sometimes heartbreak is not just about losing a person. Sometimes it is about losing the hope inside you. The hope that maybe everything would be okay again. The belief that God was listening to your prayers. And the most dangerous moment comes when a person stops talking not to people, but to God. From the outside, you look normal. But inside, there is a war no one can see. And maybe right now, you are fighting that same war. But in today's video, we are going to understand a very deep truth. A truth that may teach your broken heart how to breathe again. Some pain cannot be explained with words. You sit among people, you even smile sometimes, yet inside you feel completely empty. Days continue to pass, but your heart remains trapped in one moment. One memory, one message, one promise, or maybe one person who changed your entire world. And the hardest part is that people try to heal your pain with simple words like, move on. But they do not understand that some heartbreaks do not only wound the heart, they wound faith itself. You begin to wonder, if God was with me, then why did this happen? And slowly, that question starts silencing you. You pray less, you hope less, and eventually, you begin breaking quietly from the inside. After heartbreak, a person does not only doubt people, they begin questioning God too. Because when you sincerely pray for something, and then that very thing is taken away from you, a strange confusion is born inside the soul. You start thinking, did God even hear me? Did my prayers have any value? If God knew this pain would destroy me, why didn't he stop it? These are questions many people go through, but rarely admit openly. Heartbreak challenges faith. It pushes a person to the point where they start measuring God's love according to their pain. And that is the moment when a person begins feeling emotionally distant from God. But maybe reality is not exactly what your emotions are telling you right now. Sometimes the pain becomes so deep that it feels like God has abandoned you. You pray, but receive silence. You cry, but no answer comes. You wait, but nothing changes. And slowly, your heart begins believing, maybe God does not care about me anymore. This feeling is dangerous, because it does not only bring sadness, it creates emotional isolation. You start distancing yourself from people. You hide your emotions. And most painfully, you begin feeling distant from God too. But often we forget one thing. Just because God is silent does not mean he is absent. Sometimes, even silence carries a purpose. A purpose your heart cannot yet understand. If your heart is broken today, then maybe this is the sentence you need to hear the most. God is still with you. Yes, even in this silence. Even in this confusion. Even in this pain you cannot explain to anyone. God is not surprised by your breaking. He knows every tear you have cried. He knows those nights when you silently fell apart inside. And maybe right now, nothing makes sense to you. But not every heartbreak is destruction. Sometimes heartbreak is redirection. Sometimes God removes a person from your life because he can see something you cannot. And maybe your healing has already begun. Sometimes a person is not broken only by heartbreak. They are broken by prayers that never seem to receive an answer. Maybe you prayed sincerely. Maybe you stayed awake at night talking to God. Maybe you hoped things would change, that someone would return, that the pain would disappear. But the days passed, and the silence remained. That silence creates a strange hopelessness inside the human heart. Because when people do not answer us, we somehow survive it. But when God feels silent, the soul shakes deeply. You begin asking yourself, are my prayers even reaching heaven? Is God truly listening? And perhaps this is the place where a person becomes trapped between faith and fear. But silence is not always rejection. And maybe behind this silence, there is a truth your heart simply cannot see yet. Just because God is silent does not mean he is distant. We often measure God's presence by feelings. If we feel peace, we believe God is near. If we feel confusion or pain, we assume he has left. But the truth is that God is not present only in beautiful moments. He is also present in the nights where a person quietly falls apart. Sometimes God does not answer immediately because he is not only working on the situation, he is working on the human heart too. And perhaps the silence you feel today is not punishment, but preparation. This is not easy to understand, especially when the heart is already wounded. But every silent season carries unseen work inside it. And often, those hidden moments are what begin changing a person from within. Some seasons of life look empty from the outside. But internally, everything is changing. These are hidden seasons. The seasons where prayers feel delayed, where answers seem invisible, where the heart keeps asking, God, where are you? But maybe in those silent moments, God is doing the deepest work. Sometimes He is healing the heart. Sometimes He is changing the mind. Sometimes He is building emotional strength. And strangely, the greatest spiritual growth often happens in seasons where it feels like nothing is happening at all. Maybe you are in a waiting season right now. But waiting does not mean God is inactive. Invisible work is still work.